Do you need social distancing tips for cleaning? Or do you have it all figured out? Either way, you're in the right place. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Today, I'm going to share with you how to social distance while cleaning. I know, I get asked the question, how do we make it easier on our customers, and how do we make it easier on ourselves if we're social distancing while we're trying to clean in a customer's home and all the family is still there and they're trying to do their schooling and there's haphazard stuff and they're making messes after I clean and all that stuff. Okay, so the very first thing that you're going to do is we learned this from parents with toddlers. Now, toddlers do not understand the scope of a full day. And so just to go through a day, you have to stop and explain what's coming next. So the same rules apply when you're in a customer's home. So you're in a customer's home, you arrive, and you say, where would you like me to start first? So you're giving them a heads up and you're letting them participate in the cleaning itself. And they say, oh, it would be really great if you would start in the kitchen. And you say, okay, great. And you go in the kitchen and you start working in the kitchen. Now, here's a note for homeowners. It's super easy for the house cleaner if they start in the same place every time and they work their way through the same routine in your house every time, because they get in the habit of doing the same things and then they're able to budget themselves on the time that they have allotted. If you put them in a different room every single time, while many of the house cleaners are accommodating, they will miss stuff because they've missed the routine and this triggers that and this triggers that, right? So you want to let them go in the same routine if at all possible. All right, the next thing is the house cleaner needs to give a heads up to the homeowner. And usually I would say about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're in the kitchen and you know you're wrapping up in the kitchen, pop your head in the living room if that's where the family is and say, hey, I'm wrapping up. I've got about 10 more minutes in here and then I'm coming in that room. That gives them a heads up so they can go ahead and start putting away their laptop or their notepads or whatever it is that they're working on, and that they can go in the bedroom or another room of the house so that they've freed up that area. While you are there, if the homeowner is there, you may want to say, hey, I'm finishing up in the kitchen. Do you want to just give this a once over just in case the kids come in or whatever and make sandwiches before I leave? That way the homeowner can pop in, take a look and go, yeah, it's clean, right? Because you don't want them calling you back 4 hours later saying my kitchen is a mess, there are crumbs everywhere. I know you were at my house today, but what did you do, right? So just let them do a sweep of the room after you've done it, have them give you the thumbs up. And if they don't want to do that, that's fine. But that prevents them from calling you back later and going, well, I don't understand why my kitchen is such a mess. Well, it's a mess because after I cleaned it, everybody came in and they made sandwiches and they spilt crumbs and jelly and peanut butter and stuff's everywhere. And the dog came in and licked off the table, right? You want to make sure you don't leave that behind. All right, so the next tip that I would recommend is when you get ready to leave. And this is super important. And we've had house cleaners forget to tell the homeowner that they're leaving. And so the homeowner is like in the other room and they're scared to talk and they don't want to hover and they want to give you your space as a house cleaner. But then the house cleaner forgets to tell the homeowner that they're leaving. So then the homeowner is just hiding out for a couple of hours after the house cleaner has already left. Now, if you have home security cameras, you can see when the house cleaner left. But if you don't, you're sitting in there like, is it time? Is it time? And I don't want to go out there and harass my house cleaner. So the house cleaner should just pop their head in or knock on the door or just holler and say, hey, that's it for today. We'll see you next time, and get a verbal confirmation that the homeowner knows that you are leaving. That way, as soon as you leave, they can run outside and, use the rest of their house instead of, confining themselves into one room. So we want to make sure that we just give a heads up on all of our movements. And that way it will keep everybody playing on the same page, everybody working together, and then no surprises at the end. So those are a couple of tips on social distancing for cleaning. And I think you will find as you move through the next couple of months and there are still people at home, I think you will find this goes a lot more smoothly and there's a lot less hassle for both the house cleaner and the homeowner. Alrighty, I hope that helps a little bit. If it does, leave your comments in the notes below. Ask your questions. If this was good, give us a thumbs up. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.